Hi. We're doing all the modern era in this part.
Oh.
Just so you know.
Like all of it?
Woo.
Am I modern as in 10 years ago?
I saved the proper final level for the next part, but we do almost all of the modern era here. Isn't that exciting?
That is exciting. Okay, right. So this was modern at the time, but we are 12 years removed from this moment. So let's ask this question. Okay, what main Sonic games have occurred since? There was Lost World, Forces, and Frontiers, I guess, right?
Mania,
yeah, but would Mania be like a retroactive, like, oh, you're starting over? Okay. What? Well, okay, because if we're thinking in terms of chronology and what would the next era be of 3 levels, I guess it would be Lost World, Forces, and Frontiers.
You're like, what are we throwing in that 20th anniversary remake? I see.
Yeah,
what
3 levels? So I guess
Windy Hill Zone, Green Hill, and Rhea Island.
Okay. Wow.
And Rhea Island can be like a grassy area, but it's like, there's some of Eggman's base there too.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like kind of the final boss level, even though it looks like a grassy terrain. Like, I think it'd be kind of cool.
See, like, now you say, I'm trying to remember what levels there were in Forces, because there's Green Hill, Chemical Plant, Death Egg, City. The casino place,
and the other
what else?
Man, it's so annoying to think about because, like, I like the way the city looks in Sonic Forces, right? It's kind of cool, but if you put it in a Generations, it'd be another
Crisis City.
falling apart city.
Yeah, it's literally just a more cleaned up Crisis City. It's like, yeah, it's fine on its own, but it wouldn't work in a game that already has Crisis City in it.
Well,
you'd have to go for that forest level with the casino in it, right, and all that stuff.
There is Metropolis, the other city.
Oh yeah, that place looked cool.
Which might confuse people though, going, "Oh, is that white space?" It's like, no, it's just white.
Is that Metropolis from Sonic 2?
No space. Yeah, put no space in the same game with the white space, yeah.
Oh, look, there's the sign.
This franchise.
Oh, look, it's a meme.
Help.
Oh, I don't know. Right, that's just... Man,
I really like the flutes and stuff in this and the classic Crisis City music.
Yeah.
You felt...
If I was earnestly thinking about it, right, I'd say probably the Metropolis level from Forces, the temple kind of levels from Lost World.
Okay.
Those were kind of neat. And from Frontiers, I guess Chaos Island?
Yeah. Would it be weird to have a level that's like, Frontiers is all about open zone, and here it is, just a regular level.
Here it is, boost style.
You just put the city aesthetic from Subspace.
I think it'd be weird, but if you look at it from another angle, so much of the open zone areas are just boost levels without a 2D perspective, so maybe it'd feel kind of natural.
Maybe. Right.
That's a weird. I think that's a weird pickle to chew into.
For Lost World, I would love Honeycomb Highway. If only to get a remix. If only to get a remix of the Honeycomb Highway level, because that's one of my absolute favorite tracks in all of Sonic.
Oh man, if they did this, then Sonic could fight Zaz, right? And then that would maintain continuity because in Sonic Runners, when you meet Zaz again, Sonic pretends he doesn't know who Zaz is, and it gets Zaz mad. So then if you did like this time travel thing where, Generation still takes place before Lost World, but he meets Zaz, he pretends he doesn't know who Zaz is because he just likes messing with Zaz. It works so perfectly.
Oh, true. Okay, we need Sonic Generations Ultimate. I think this much is clear now.
Right. Like you just...
To make Sonic Runners makes a modicum more sense.
I'm into it.
And then also again, we then we can have a remix of the Deadly Six boss theme, which is also amazing. So I'll take that.
And everyone loves the Deadly Six.
All right. Okay, but all right.
Well, the music theme, like honestly, the Deadly Six's like boss theme, I think is wonderful. Like I love that like insane banjo. I love that insane banjo
Okay, so but in this game, like each era also has a like a rival fight, right? Metal, Shadow, Silver. I mean,
Infinite.
Oh.
Infinite.
Oh,
Yes.
you're right. That's probably the closest to a rival that we've gotten in that era.
You know what? I'll say it. That'd be cool. Because I like the one Metropolis stage where he's fucking around with the stages you're going through it. There was a lot of cool boss fight stuff you could do with Infinite that Forces didn't necessarily do.
Yeah.
But, you know, you could get there and do some really neat stuff, I think, and make that a cool fight. I'll say it. You get a remix of his music too.
I'm into it. Okay, Sega, hire us.
Hire these men.
You can. We ended up convincing ourselves. We went from no ew to Sonic Generations Ultimate to, you know what? Yes,
let's do it.
So do
All
it.
right.
This
we
is
did it in the span of 10
$1 million idea,
minutes.
Sega. On top of all this, fuck up the lighting. Down mix the entire soundtrack to mono in the final patch, and yeah, if you need more ideas, guys, you know everyone loves an ideas, guys. Here's 4 of us.
Oh man.
Also, add the Void Wisp.
Right, shove them into every level for some reason.
The funniest thing was that because like over at Walmart we got like a small selection of Sonic plushes that we get on occasion. So like we'd get like your Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Eggman, and then just the Void Wisp. And just for the longest time we just had just a box of Void Wisps that just weren't selling because it's like, gee, I wonder why this isn't selling.
A tornado.
What I love about this, it's so forgettable. It's the Jade Wisp, not the
Damn
Void
it!
Wisp.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, every time I go to Target, I'm like, I'll look at the Sonic stuff. I like seeing Mighty plushes on store shelves. That's always novel.
It is.
There's always just like 6 Jade Wisps there.
Yeah, I got the Mighty and Ray because I'm like, holy shit, Mighty and Ray at Walmart. Like, it's like, yeah, it's novel. And then I just got the Wisp because I felt bad. I'm like, so somebody needs to get, nobody else is going to get this, so I will.
I don't like you, but I'll give you a home. Blaze is so cool.
She does the coolest to jump, like when she's unfrozen. Everyone else is just like, huh?
Oh, I'm here now, I guess.
Blaze is like, I'm alive again. I'm going to enjoy life and jump. I don't...
I'll enjoy my last relevancy in the main series.
Hey, but you got artwork 24 and 25, so... Man!
You know
really,
what?
I should be thanking them.
Right.
I never noticed until literally this exact moment that, oh yeah, Blaze has the same shoes as Sonic. For some reason, I literally did not realize that until this exact moment.
Right.
Hey, so does Mighty.
Whoa. That's because Mighty is just secretly Sonic. What? Oh man, what if, because of all the time travel shenanigans, Mighty is just a version of Sonic from a timeline that was erased, and he was like, well, I can't, remove this version of Sonic, so I'm going to disguise myself. And he takes pity on Ray because it reminds him of, his version of Tails, but he doesn't realize that's also his version of Tails, who's disguised himself as Ray to not conflict with this version of Tails. So they're Sonic and Tails, but they don't even realize that they're the same Sonic and Tails, but because, of Destiny and stuff, they're just, forever linked together. And that's great. Yeah.
Sonic's version of your name.
Man, I'm gonna drink some more wine.
Well, until you said it was great, I wasn't really on board, but I think that really pushed me over.
Right.
I think they did a lot of fun stuff with this level to make it stand out from the recently released Sonic Unleashed. I don't know if I'd say that about the modern stage, but I think the classic stage is a lot of neat stuff.
Oh yeah, I like it.
See, this is how different time is, because it's been 3 years since 2020, and that feels like nothing. Sonic Unleashed came out 3 years before Generations, and that felt like forever.
Wow.
It's like 3 years is like nothing nowadays, but it's like, yeah, I remember when Generations came out, it felt like was forever since Unleashed had come out. So.
It's because of inflation.
What do you get?
Right. I mean, if you go to Google and search Sonic, never mind.
When you're right, you're right.
Back in my day, the year was worth 365 days. Under Biden, though, it's only 300.
What?
Is that
really.
what Bidenomics is?
This is Bidenomics. The older you get, like the more it just feels like time just flying by, you know? Like we'll have the next 3D main Sonic before we even know it, guys.
Whoa.
You used to have to wait 4 years for that.
Right. You used to have to wait 12 years. It felt like. Right, because the exchange rate.
The exchange rate, right?
Right. Oh man. Okay, so if we did, a 20th anniversary Generations, would there be like a level that represents Sonic Boom? Would it be like, oh, all of time and space is crumbling, and then there's just this weird moment like of a different universe to represent 2014's Rise of Lyric?
Well, considering that they didn't, considering that they don't have a level for Shadow or the storybook games, probably not.
I would add a level for Shadow in my 20th anniversary. Like,
which one? Which one?
Oh, that's a good question, though. Probably
digital. The digital level. I would want that one.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good one. Or maybe one of the like. Wait, what else is there?
The floating ones, Sky Troops.
Sky Troops.
Circus level.
Right, the circus. Okay, so
circus
either Sky Troops, digital, or the circus. Although I feel like the circus would probably betray the tone of the game of what Shadow is. Sky Troops is connected to the Black Arm, so it feels a bit more thematical. But the digital realm is something that's unique, unless a future 20th anniversary Generations also slips in a Superstars level, because we know in the trailers there is something that's digital, so maybe that's the one. That's the one. All right.
Something that's digital in the Superstars.
And how about Secret Rings in Black? And what would you put for Secret Rings in Black Knight?
Oh, I would probably put the dinosaur level. Because, like, it's just insane. Like, why is there a dinosaur level in this game about the 1001 Arabian Nights?
Well, you see, it's the Wicked Wild, David. We're rolling over. I don't know if you know this.
I want to hear the remix of Dino Dino. It's a dinosaur.
The Wicked Wild!
Yeah.
No, honestly, Secret Rings I think is a pretty fun soundtrack, right? I'd love to hear them take another crack at some of those songs these days. Mm-hmm. B, a lot of great level themes in that game. Like, I was actually kind of sad there wasn't a Secret Rings level, because it would have been cool to see those put in a good game.
Right. Right.
Also, like Pirate Storm could be good.
Pirate Storm. I always wanted the floating mana ray, whatever the hell that level was called. Levitating Ruins?
Levitating Ruin, yeah.
Yeah, I love that music track. I think it's just crazy that there's flying manta rays with ruins on their back. That could have been sick.
Right. Man.
But Black Knight is harder to figure out because it has the Unleashed problem of like, Unleashed is a lot of cities, Black Knight's a lot of like castles and villages. So it's hard to think of like one specific level. It's like, you have the volcano area is pretty cool, but we already got Crisis City, so
right. Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't actually... I don't want the level that's kind of in the cave with the dragon at the end, but it'd be cool to have one of the Black Knight dragons interrupt a Black Knight level somehow.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, just do that, because Generations was also about, like, hey, here's something you wouldn't expect in this level, maybe. I mean,
like really, what it should have been is that it should have been like two level. Like they should have pulled the PlayStation All Stars and just kind of crossed two levels together from a game. So it's like
now we're talking.
Like Rooftop Run and Halaska, like Cool Edge, like combine those two so you can get your ice level, but then you have like also the city level. Like, you weirdly combine them, and it's like, that'd be really cool and unique, and the levels will last for longer. Because like that is the kind of thing, like these levels
ice fishing.
These levels are like 3 minutes long, so
I know what I would do here. I would have a cutscene where Sonic talks to Professor Pickle.
Right.
Because he's like,
what did they say?
Sonic, my boy, why are you here? I thought you were trying to piece the world back together. And he's like, Professor Pickle, I'm so glad you're here. That version of me is somewhere else. I'm from the future. And, like, Eggman is destroyed. And he's like, oh, right. It was foretold in the Time Eater manuscripts. And he's like, what?
No.
There's
bum, bum, bum.
There's Time Eater manuscripts. Why didn't you tell me about this before? He's like, well, you never asked.
And then Sonic would look directly at the camera and be like, the Bigfoot Pizza's coming back to Pizza Hut this summer.
Oh, right. And then Professor Pickle could, like, try to reach out for a piece of that pizza, but it's been, white space. So
It just gets yoinked back into the time void. He's like, oh, bother.
Sonic, you have to get it. And he's like, oh, yeah, I will.
And that could
That's
be
one
the
of the
mission.
mission. That's one of the missions.
trying to
That's the Professor Pickle
Sega.
mission. You have to get the
Our
pizza back.
resume is here. Do you know what Twitter would do if there was a Professor Pickle cucumber pizza slice retrieval mission?
Oh, man, it's so good. Oh, I'm more and more excited about the idea of Generations Ultimate.
Why are we doing this to ourselves?
Well, because we can turn into a modder. We could just make these
you-
levels ourselves.
We could turn into a modder.
Would you
I'm gonna
instead
mod.
would you instead prefer like a 40th anniversary game where it's just new stuff instead of retreaded?
Yes,
I mean,
I
if
would.
you want to make like a proper game,
But also the idea of Sonic 40th anniversary sounds scary to me.
I don't like
it's coming.
It.
That
It's
doesn't
coming.
sound real.
We're closer to the 40th than we
Yeah.
are the 20th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sonic's going to turn 40. I mean, we already dealt with the 40th anniversary of the console wars in general. That happened this year. Because, what was it, July? Was it July? Where, like everyone celebrated the release of the 40th anniversary of the Famicom. But the Sega SG-1000 was released on the same day, which means that Sega and Nintendo had started battling 40 years ago. I wonder who'll win. It was Nintendo. Nintendo won. They won.
Thanks, Sonic.
Oh, hey, Victor. Victor's a big SG-1000 fan. I saw it on his wiki page.
Oh, man.
Oh, look, see, Sid, Vector's the first person to say that someone's controlling it. Oh, because he's smart.
I saw it.
How did he know?
Right. I mean, Vector should have been like, see, also what they should have done is like when you switch to Classic Sonic, all the models should have been replaced. I mean, like Vector should have become Classic Vector. Amy should have become Classic Amy. Like, why weren't they? That's.
Classic Blaze.
All right. I don't know what you do with like Classic Blaze and Classic Shadow because there weren't classic versions. So is it just weird? Is it just them short, like what they did with Metal Sonic? Like that would be weird.
No.
Yeah, I don't want to see it because they're just gonna squish. They're just gonna squish their models.
Squish, squash, squash.
Maybe in Superstars we'll get a classic Shadow skin. Maybe.
Oh, right. Oh man, right? Because you can tie the 20th anniversary of Generations into Superstars and have like the rabbit show up at the end as
Wait.
well.
Can you?
Well, why not? Because
We're still 8 years out.
well, I
David.
rewrote the game so that 13 is the villain and not Time Eater, so we might as well just throw the rabbit in there.
Okay,
Look.
and 13 years since Generations. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay, next year.
Well, I mean, it all makes sense. It all ties together. I like ideas.
How's the wine
Oh,
tree?
I like
like
this wine.
stories.
Man, this wine was only $3.98.
I'm excited for part 6, which we will record weeks after this, where we'll just be completely normal.
I mean, we can keep going.
Oh,
Rock
okay.
it.
Let's just record all night, baby. Dance the night away.
Right, or we could record a different game. What do we have ready in the can?
This.
Oh, shit. What if we
other video games that you know nothing about?
Oh man, what if we like you got hit? What if we stream something?
This right.
We'll talk about that later.
Right, why would we talk about it now? Hey, I saw that you
hey.
put up the stream of us playing Murder of Sonic. You should all watch that.
Yeah, that I feel I need to apologize again for, because I was literally just going through our video list and I was like, oh, these are unlisted. I should make them public now so people can just see them on the channel page.
Yeah.
I didn't know that would send it out to everyone as like a notification thing.
Oh yeah.
And we lost like 10 subscribers from people seeing those back to back. And I was like, oh, well, A, that's fragile, so whatever. But B, I'm like, oh,
How do you unsubscribe because 2 videos popped up? Like what?
fuck it. Let's dig in. I'll say it too. It's Sonic. What did you subscribe for?
I didn't.
Spyro?
Whoa.
Okay, do you want me to do
Where's
Okay,
Gareth?
Spyro 2 LP coming soon, bitch.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah, we should do
We
that.
did. We once did a Spyro. I wasn't there.
I did I did Spyro 1 reignited, so I mean, I do have I have some footage of Spyro 2 recorded.
I closed
can finish
the wine bottle. Maybe I should open it back up. I'll just have a little more.
Also, is there any
we could
reason
talk
why
about Planet
you did Modern first before Classic Planet Wisp?
Mostly just because Classic's music sounds more final level-y.
I
I don't like it, but it sounds more final level-y.
Yeah, has
So
every
it's just like, eh.
Wow. I didn't even realize that we didn't watch Classic yet. Right. Hey, I want to
okay.
talk to those 10 subscribers who left because of murder. We weren't actually doing a murder, if that's what you thought was happening.
Oh, right.
They might have got
Yeah, we should clarify. It's a video game. We didn't kill Sonic.
right. I mean, that maybe
Common
they were
mistake.
confused. Well, I mean, I guess this channel doesn't upload all the time. Like, if we started doing daily videos, I think
Like-
we wouldn't.
Like back in the old days when we had 4 LP parts a week.
Oh, right.
Oh my god.
I was
We
going.
did do that.
Yeah.
Remember when we did that?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, because I mean, I'd like one of the because we had like each person was like actually actively doing stuff. Like that was before we all had, you know, stuff to do and be like, oh, like I'm at school, so I can make like
Yeah.
five videos a week, no problem.
We had our Columbus offices doing live in-person Let's Plays too.
Right. The
Yeah.
FTCR building hadn't gone into foreclosure yet.
Okay, this is now the FTCR Generations Let's Play. I think we were doing
No!
this.
Get Torch! Where is he?
Classics movies, please enter from the spotlight.
Oh, wow. Would Classics movies be like movies as a 12-year-old? Like,
Classics
He'd
movies
still
would be
have-
bald.
wait.
He still have all the signatures on his head from Sonic Boom 10 years ago.
Oh, right. Oh, well, okay. All right. Because if we're doing eras, see, that's the thing. Like here, it's split into 3 eras, but it's still classic and modern, implying that adventure is modern. But it really is 3 eras. Like I would want 3 eras of FTCR, right? Because that's sort of what it is. If Gareth and Torch were at the beginning, like I certainly didn't know they existed at that point. I was like, who the fuck are these guys? I don't know.
Right.
I
feel like-
I'd see FTCR pop up as an entity, but I'd be like,
I think you could split FTCR into like early the from the beginning, which is like 2009 or whatever, up until like 2015. Then you get like 2016 to 2020, and then like
Then you
net
have Sonic leaves the franchise for
Yeah.
a few years.
and then
Right.
2021 to now.
Wow. Okay. If we go back in time and find like 2006 Gareth, we could.
Stop him from playing Shadow the Hedgehog.
Yeah, honestly.
Wow. I'm so excited. See, I would want it to be like the era. So there's like us at prime Sonic in the 90s. Although I guess Stefan would be. Oh, and I guess Chris would be. I guess it'd just be me and.
Prime Sonic is happening right now, David. you dang goofus.
Whoa! Hey! This video's over. Whoa!
You dang goofus.
Go sober up.
We're gonna get an at-length comment, like really going into detail about like what the eras of FTCR would be.
I hope so.